Okay, before we get into the trig equations, I want to remind you of something. Remember when we're solving problems like this, x squared equals 25, and we want to take the square root of both sides, so we take the square root. And I always tell you, if you introduce the square root, you don't know which one they want, so it could be plus or minus 5. Okay, we're going to do a similar thing with our arc inverse trig functions. Okay, in the previous one, it was very certain which quadrant we were in. With these problems, we don't know for sure because we are the ones introducing the arc sine or the arc tangent. Okay, so there are more possible solutions here. So we'll jump into this. We want to use inverse trig functions to solve these trig equations, and we want to find all solutions between 0 and 2 pi. That means in any of the 4 quadrants. Okay, so these problems are a little bit different because of that. Okay, so here's how we're going to start this. We want to solve this. We're solving for x, so we're going to start by subtracting 1. For some reason, 3's are really hard for me today. Then we're going to divide both sides by root 3. Okay. Again, it's the hardest thing to write today. There we go. Okay, now, do you see that there is no inverse tangent in this problem? So this problem is different, but we still want to know that angle. So we're going to draw this, but this time we have more possible answers. So do you remember all students take classes? That's what we want to think about. This tells us the signs in all of the quadrants. Okay, so they're all positive here, and tangent is positive here. Now we have a negative tangent. So that means our answer is either in this quadrant or it's in this quadrant. Okay, 2 possibilities. All right. So tangent is in SOHCAHTOA, opposite over adjacent. So our opposite side is 1. The adjacent side is root 3. And hopefully you recognize that special right triangle. This is going to be a 30-degree angle. Now, I don't want 30 degrees. That's not my answer because I'm in the second quadrant. I need this angle. So that angle is going to be 150 degrees. Now, I also have the very same triangle over here. Opposite, adjacent. I have a 30-degree angle down here, which is great, but I'm in the 4th quadrant, so I need to measure all the way around to here. So that is going to be 330 degrees, okay? Those are my 2 possible solutions. Now, they wanted all the solutions between 0 and 2 pi, so we should probably put these in radians. Let's see, that's going to be 5 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. Okay, let's try another one of these. I'm just moving this out of the way because I'm probably going to need more space. We're going to start out very similar. We're going to subtract the root 3. So I get 2 sine x equals negative root 3. I'm going to divide by 2. And again, I don't know what quadrants I'm in for sure. Okay. That's my dog. Please stop barking in my videos. Okay. So we're going to go back to all students take classes. They're all positive in the first quadrant, and sine is positive in the second quadrant. We have a negative sign, so that means we have to be in these 2 quadrants. So let's do that with a line because that was terrible. Okay, so it means we're going to draw a triangle here, and we're going to draw a triangle here. Okay, so sine is opposite and hypotenuse. So I'm going to label my sides root 3 and 2. Hopefully you recognize that special right triangle. If not, do the Pythagorean theorem. You'll see that's 1. So that makes this a 60-degree angle. But it's not a 60-degree angle because 60 degrees would be in the first quadrant. We need to measure from here. So from here all the way over is going to be 240. And then this one over here, it's the exact same triangle, root 3, 1. So this is, let me erase some of that so you can see it. 60-degree angle here, but again, we need to measure all the way from here. So that's going to be 300 degrees, which in radians, let's see, how about 4 pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. Okay. We'll hit the last two equations in the last video.